Yemeni brothers, unscripted.
Assalamu alaikum. You forgot.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear beloved viewers. Welcome to our Yemeni brothers unscripted podcast. And I'm here, of course, with the one and only Muhammad Nahdi. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome back. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Habib, but you got a mistake.
Okay.
There's not one and only Muhammad Nahdi. There's a lot of Muhammad Nahdi. Maybe Muhammad Hamad. That's a different story.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you, Habibi. So, yesterday we came from an amazing event.
Beautiful.
What was the event?
The Mufti Menk event. Mufti Menk came to Uganda with amazing speakers. Dr. Wael Ibrahim, Dr. Muhammad Salah, not the footballer, by the way.
Mashallah.
So it was amazing, very.
You know, I was really contemplating, because me and you, our work is da'wah, right? Calling non-Muslim to Islam. But someone like Mufti Menk coming to Uganda and reducing Islamophobia, reducing people's hatred toward Islam, opens Uganda to the Muslims, opens our door to continue to do the da'wah work that we're doing.
Yes, 100%.
So his work is amazing, phenomenal. The Muslim love him. MashaAllah.
Not only the Muslims, even the non-Muslims love him. He's loved by all. He's loved by all, mashallah. It's ahlaq.
MashaAllah.
The ahlaq, even when you see him, young kids, when they come up on the stage, the way he stands up, the way he gives them salam, the way he escorts them off the stage, he doesn't have that eagerness with him. So alhamdulillah, may Allah keep his intention pure.
There was no barrier between him and different race and different color. Like he treats them as equal.
Sah.
You understand? He doesn't look down on people.
Yes.
And this is something, sadly, from the Arab community, from the Indian, Asian community, they look down on people of different color. We have this, right?
No, Habibi. The thing is, I don't know about other communities, but even Arab communities, the Yemeni communities, sometimes we look down upon each different tribes.
No.
We look down. Not even that. Not even color. But
the problem is we create stereotypes.
Yes. We have that Gibili, Ji'ili kind of thing, you know.
No, but even we create stereotype against the locals. And the problem, the stereotype, even for us Muslims who try to be religious, okay, also you use this stereotype in order to say that is how they are. They will never change. But we should never ever have that mindset. Wallahi, we should, first of all, we need to understand that they're human beings.
Sure.
That not all human beings are the same.
So.
Just because you've met a few, you don't create a stereotype based on the few or based what the media is promoting.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful. You should always be cautious, okay,
Yes.
with everything. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that
But
we get to treat those who are different from you differently.
I want to ask you a question. When we're reading the seerah, Muhammad
Sallallahu Alaihi
Wasallam, when he meets different people, different tribes, he'll ask Abu Bakr, so what is their attitude? How are they like? So is it okay to understand different people's attitude and how they're like?
Individuals.
No, but he would ask as a tribe, how is their tribe? What is their... If you listen to Muhammad, Abu Bakr is he knew a lot about different tribes and their attitude, how they were, you know, and the Ansar, the way they were. You know, sometimes I believe that there is certain attitudes between different people.
Fine, that doesn't mean we push it or you promote it. Let me tell you something.
Give me.
وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Allah told the angels, I'm going to put on earth vicegerent on earth. What did the angel do? They used the past experience in order to come to a conclusion of the future. How, oh Allah, you're going to put people who will kill each other, who will cause fasad on us?
Yes.
قَالَ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. I know what you do not know.
Yes.
What we learn from it, we should never use our past experience and assume that the future will be the
100%.
same. Okay, yes, it means you should be cautious, you should be careful, okay? But that doesn't mean that we treat everyone the same.
So.
We should always treat everyone with love and kindness.
This is true.
And wallahi, fire does not put out fire. Fire will only increase the fire.
Yes.
We have to learn, wallahi, especially Uganda, the very hot weather, the traffic, all of this, and including it just builds up your tension.
Yes.
We should learn not to, and that is why we do wudu before Salah, in order to, remove that tension. How does it feel when you do wudu in cold water? It's like,
Beautiful.
wallahi, yeah.
Beautiful.
It reduces that tension so that you continue to engage with people in goodness and kindness. Alhamdulillah, and we should always continue to do that. Okay, so we have Wael Ibrahim, mashallah, a very well-known speaker,
Yes.
specialized. He's known as a porn star. Astaghfirullah, no,
Pornologist.
something like that. Yeah,
Pornologist.
we specialize in that thing. So, what did you learn from Wael Ibrahim and from his lecture?
What is the worst thing a Muslim can do?
Shirk.
And then after that is addiction. Having addiction.
Having a
Addiction.
okay.
Addiction, making you dependent on things
Mhm.
other than Allah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your addiction is always your dependence on something
Okay.
to keep you going forward. And that to me really touched me. Like, okay, yes, addiction is something that controls us in a way. Controls us in a way, like smokers, they cannot go on without smoking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some will break their fast with smoking, and then the different addiction, and it's really, really bad. And alhamdulillah, the Ramadan is coming, and I believe Ramadan is a time of the year where we can use it to control addictions, because you're changing your environment, you're changing your lifestyle, you're changing a lot of things changes in Ramadan, and you have the whole month of that change, so you can change some things about you. And I think it's a very beautiful, very motivational talk by Wael Ibrahim, and honestly, yeah, it's amazing.
So, what was his advice to cure this addiction? What was his conclusion?
His advice
Mm-hmm.
to cure this addiction
No.
is to control your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Is to control your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Seek help.
Mm-hmm.
Seek help. Yeah, and other things, inshallah.
Okay, mashallah. Allahu Akbar. And then, let's focus on addiction. We'll talk about Muhammad Salah in our next segment.
Yes.
Addiction, we have drugs, we have alcohol, we have food addiction. I
Yes.
believe food is a huge addiction. My biggest addiction is food.
Yeah.
Wallahi, if you put alcohol in front of me, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But food, I just love it. And this is something that I need to learn to control during the month of Ramadan. Inshallah, in a day or two. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to achieve it.
Ameen.
And it's all about controlling your desire.
So.
And once you're able to control your desire, you're able to achieve many great things.
So.
And this is all about delayed gratification versus immediate gratification.
So.
You know the difference, right?
Tell me about it.
Yes. So it's basically you want something now, you want enjoyment now, but you miss out in the future. But delayed gratification is you sacrifice now for the future.
Your future.
For the people of the dunya, the future is this dunya.
Yes.
For us, the future is our
Akhir.
akhirah. We sacrifice now for our akhirah. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us sincerity and success, allow us to reach Ramadan. We might pass away 2 days before tomorrow.
Yeah. Another thing what Ibrahim was talking about is that 56% of marriages in the US end up in divorce because of porn addiction.
Subhanallah.
56%. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created our mind in such a way that our mind can rewire itself. Just because you're addicted to something, it's not a lost cause. You can stay away from it after a month, after 2 months, 3 months, your brain will rewire itself as if you have never done it. Or you know, it's beautiful. It's a ni'mah from Allah. It's like so.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the shaitan, from falling in any type of addiction, and allow us to come out of it. And look, we should never give up. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. We should never ever lose hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah forgives all sins. No matter how many times you fall down, just come back to Allah. Come back to Allah. No matter how many times you fall down, just come back to Allah. Come back to Allah. And sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will commit this sin all of your life and Allah has already forgiven you. Because you always come back to Him. Allah loves sinners Okay, because if we were people who did not sin, Allah will destroy us, and He will create people who sin, but they come back to Allah. They make tawbah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is it. I hope we benefit from today.
And the beautiful thing about Islam, you don't need to confess to a priest. I don't need to confess to you. I don't need to confess to anybody. I don't need to wait for a certain time or certain period. You can ask for tawbah right now. Right now we can have this conversation. When the camera cuts, I can just have a little moment, think, and ask for tawbah, and that's the beauty.
Conversation with Allah. That's the next segment. Conversation with Allah. I want to share something beautiful about this, but we'll end it here, inshallah. جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليه. Yemeni brothers, unscripted.
Assalamu alaikum. You forgot.